David's not here yet. I'm gonna call the choir in after I talk through with everything with David.
We're all set. Everything is ready. The handhelds have new batteries. You're ready to go.
Great. Oh, I gotta get my headset. Hi.
Is it just us?
Just us. I wanted to wait because before I call the choir in,
Oh, I was about to ask, is there choir?
yes, there's choir rehearsal right now. I just wanted to talk to everything with David first.
I'll go back
We
up.
haven't, I don't think we've done this yet. Yes, we have choir rehearsal. Good remember.
So the one thing how's it going? The one thing I haven't done is check the piano mic. So when you sit, just
You guys are such good rememberers.
when's Paul have his surgery? What do you say? Tuesday.
So the first one I do on guitar, and then we're skipping down to the candle lighting. We'll do the Nelson Marfu. We're going to skip Aha Baba Lum. We're not doing the Shema that we've been doing for youth choir. We're going to do the one that goes, Shema Yisrael, Adonai, because we did it last year for youth choir. All right, let's take the pews today. First 3 rows in the pews. And get your binders, please. That's it. To really hard to read. Are you gonna be okay? Or I think it'll be okay. Ready for the choir? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so maybe. Can I borrow a pencil?
Why don't you guys are all going to sit right there in those first 3 pews. Why don't you guys grab your binders? We don't know where your binders are.
They're probably in that stand.
That's a lie. They're not. That's the thing.
I've always done, I've done all of them on guitar, so I'm okay with doing that on guitar. Okay, and then the tablet is the Misha Vera. The Misha Vera. That's just you, unless you want me to. And then the third section on the shores.
Where's the binders?
He was just about, they are in probably the, not the, Albert Hall and I'll go grab them in a second. That would
He's a furry. This kid's a furry.
He's a furry. Where are the chairs? I guess we're sitting here. Yes, Daniel's a child. My sister didn't come. Grandma was very upset. My sister didn't come. She thought it was going to be boring. Hello. It's not. Hello. Sometimes about talking, but the songs aren't boring. Hello. Wait, did you go into the
making
social
no
hall?
sense, Dan.
No.
Danny, my boy.
There was
Danny,
so
my boy,
much
you
fun
make
in
no
there. There was pizza.
Fred.
Huh? Daniel? Honestly, you should have won. That was pizza. Salad, cookies. Oh.
Well, best way to start a speech, say that you're born at a really very
Everybody come and get one. Everybody come and get one.
Speech isn't really supposed to be good.
One per person. Seven. Okay.
It's the other.
Is anybody sitting here? Is anyone sitting here?
Yeah, grab like 5.
I have a lot of feet.
Here, perfect. Everyone sit around.
We cannot sit together
Jeez.
for the no. We can't cheer for the thing. What's that cheese? Oh God.
What do you think?
Yes. Listen, I didn't have time to eat donuts. I got conquered in tomorrow. That's why Leah needs to be right between us so we don't look at each other.
I want to sleep next to Dora.
No, but then you need to I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, Ethan's getting some more binders. I want to explain a little bit about how tonight's going to go. It's a little different because it's not going to be a completely choir Shabbat because there's 3rd through 5th grade. But there's a lot of you who are also in the 3rd through 5th grade. I mean, you're kind of all in the 3rd through 5th grade, right? Except for your brother. So, thank you, Marilyn. So let me talk through it with you first, and then we'll start rehearsing.
What? Why did you take two?
One for Maddie.
What? Is there anybody else who has one?
You have one?
Did you get one?
Oh, what a great turnout.
He's very young and he's born at a very young age.
Anybody else need one?
All right, I'm going to ask you guys, because I don't have my mic on, just to be really quiet while I talk to you.
Exactly one more.
Oh, we need one more.
For Ari. I'll go get it. Where is it again?
Here.
Take it.
Oh, never mind.
Thank you, Ethan. Okay. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum. Let's talk through this. Talk through the service. So when I go bump, ba-da-dum, bum, and you go bump, bump, what that means is there's no more talking, right? I'm feeling a little off tonight, so my patience might be not great, but I'm a little dizzy. So let me just talk through the service and then we'll review, okay? You guys you're gonna stay here the whole time. You're not gonna go up and down. We have so much going on with 3rd through 5th grade. It'll take way too much time, so to save time, you're staying here. Okay?
So stay here.
Stay here the whole
Wait,
time.
what if we're part of the
I know, right?
service for
Yeah,
fifth?
yes.
We're part of the 5th grade service.
Right. If you are a part of the 3rd to 5th grade, which is all of you but Ethan, when your grade goes up, you go up. When you do the song That We All May Rise, you all go up. But if it's let's say the 5th grade's doing their thing and you're not in 5th grade, where do you go? Stay here. If it's just the choir doing a prayer, which is a lot of the stuff, where do you go?
You stay here.
Here. You have a question?
How was her bar mitzvah?
Thank you so much for asking. It was the best day ever. Thank you.
It was good.
How was the
Thank you.
family?
It was great.
I watched
It was
on
fun.
the thing, on the camera, but it was too. I couldn't hear it.
Oh, that's a
Except
bummer.
just you and my mom doing hot to go was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, what the weird is that?
Okay. Let's get back on track. So you're gonna start. You're gonna start with Hine Matov. That's you guys, right here. You guys. Yes.
And then after the holidays.
Let me go through the whole thing. I think I'll answer your questions. You guys are doing the opening song. Okay, then there's the candling. I've asked you several times. Please stop talking. Okay. You guys are going to do the opening song. Then there's going to be the Barhu, which is the 4th grade. So if you are in 4th grade, you will go up there. You're not going to do our usual youth choir Barhu tonight. You're going to do the one that goes, lie, 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 right? Which you know, different than what we do in youth choir. Then we're going to skip to the Shema. That's 3rd grade only. If you are in 3rd grade, you will go up there and you know that one. That's the different one, not the one we've been working on. Not the one we've been working on choir. You're doing a different Shema, right? Yeah. Okay. Verhafta is the 5th grade. If you're in 5th grade, you will go up. Micha Mocha. Again, 4th grade. If you are in 4th grade, you will go up here. You will still do all the singing and all the prayers. You're just going to do it from here. And if you're not featured, and if it's not a prayer that you're usually standing on, you're going to do it sitting. When you're featured, it's like just choir's doing it, then you will stand. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like 5th grade is doing something, 5th grade goes up there, they do it, you still sing along, okay?
But sit down.
Then Vishamru, that's you guys, but we may cut it. Please make sure you are always turning the pages so that you always know where we are, so we're not wasting time. What prayer are we on? What page are we on? Always follow along. If we're not, even if you aren't doing a prayer, follow along. Yes?
Are we allowed to sit with our parents?
No, you're going to sit here tonight. I'm sorry. Tefillah. Devash is going to come up. You will do it from here. Devash is going to come up. He's the bar mitzvah. He's going to come up and do it. You guys are doing Yehiyu. From here, you will rise and do Yehiyu. Okay? Misha Berach, you guys. Okay? Here. Elenu, we're not going to do the new one yet. We're just going to do an Elenu here. And then you guys are doing the closing song. Clear? Everybody good?
What is the closing
The
song?
Osei Shalom, the one that we always do that's in your book.
What about the peace?
No, not that one.
When do we do when do we do
Taco.
You will know that every single thing will be announced, so you'll be really, really aware. So let's do, because we have David here today, let's do the Misha Berach. Can we skip ahead to the Misha Berach? This is near the end, guys. Misha Berach is near the end. What?
I'm trying.
attention
guitar.
to me for 2
Barku
seconds.
is not you.
You have your
Shema is
song,
not you. Michamoha
your
is
thing
not
for Miss
you.
Sarah, and your
Shamru
things
is
for
gonna
me,
practice
okay?
Shamru. Tefillah is Devash. Yisi
Oh my
you
God, so
to
happy.
do. Wait, you guys aren't doing a lot. You're not doing very much.
Ready? Nikki, hold on to it. Don't lose it.
Yeah, really.
This also may be a good time to remind you all that you can hear everything with these microphones and they're turned up really, really loud.
Mattingly.
So just be aware that if you're talking, if you're chatting during service and stuff, it's all, everybody can hear everything.
Did you guys hear that?
Yes.
Everything that you're saying when you're whispering and talking to each other, they can hear you.
So happy.
They can hear you. So
Did you hear what I said?
you got to be quiet because they're going to hear all your little comments. Yeah.
I use their restroom.
Can you wait like 5 minutes? We're almost done. You guys are doing a lot tonight, so we're almost done.
I actually had to.
Five Yehiyu, which is right before the Mishavera.
Ooh, I found it. By the one by McMahon.
Yes.
Don't be 6th grader sing this. I'm the 7th grader.
No.
Oh,
You
your
guys.
name's
Daniel. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Wait, EPU? Yeah.
Yehiyu. Here we go. Because he's testing the mics and you'll be standing when you sing it, let's stand. Everybody up.
Okay.
That's more accurate. Here we go. Nice. Sound great. Beautiful. That was so pretty. You don't need to do Hinimato, right? You've got that.
We got this.
You're not doing that one. You're not doing that one. You don't need to do Vishamru. You did this one. You did the Mikha. Let's do Ose Shalom, the last song. It's called Only a Matter of Time, and it's also the Ose Shalom. We'll do that, and you can go. No need to talk. Stay standing. No need to talk. This is what I want you to do. This is going to be a little bit of a longer service. So when I let you go, you're going to have about 5 minutes. I want you to go to the bathroom, get your water, so you don't need to do it during the service. the bathroom. Okay, let's do this song. Eventually, David, I think this will sound better when you play. I'll play it tonight. This will sound so much better when you play. Let's see.
I say in time,
Oh my gosh.
only a matter of time. I say in time, it will be me.
I love it when you sing out.
But I find a way to live together someday. I'll find a way to live in peace. Oh, say shalom. I say shalom aleinu. Ve'akol Yisrael, ve'akol yoshvei tevel. So take my hand, help this world understand. So take my hand, just a little way. Come sing this song, and the husbands will sing along. Come sing this song with me today. And together we can pray, oh say shalom. Roma. I say in time, only a matter of time.
Okay, before I let you go, I want to say something really important.
That you sound amazing.
You sound amazing.
Thank you.
Don't say it. So good. And I want to remind you that the last time we did this, some of you got very silly, and your parents were watching, and they didn't like it, because they're all watching you. So this time, remember what I said, that I want you to have fun, but I want you to have fun and not cross the line into too silly, okay? Because then you feel bad afterwards because your parents get upset.
People are starting to say tacos and cheese and stuff.
Yeah, I heard no silly stuff. Please say the words that are on the page. Okay? The words that are on the page. Okay? Yeah. Okay, don't worry. I'm not going to worry about that right now. That's fine. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, when at the end of the line, can I say like the word twice?
What do you
It
mean?
says peace and then I say peace again.
Just not tonight. Let's practice it because if we're going to change something, let's do it in rehearsal first. Make sure it sounds good. Are you guys sound amazing? Put your books down in your seat. Go to the bathroom. Get your water and come back.
If he says, I say tacos, I'm gonna give him the wrap of expired cheese at Daniel. Okay. You're gonna give the wrap of expired cheese at what? You're gonna give the wrap of expired cheese at Brett if you decide to do it.
Hello. Hi, hello. Who's Sean go? And that might work.
Watch. So I get a PE set. Some kids said to our PE teacher, they said, "Thanks, Mom." Yes, so he said that. And everybody started practicing. He made a meeting. He was like, "Thanks, Mom." The PE teacher was like, "Oh, Bill, nah, your mom's a guy. Bill, Bill, nah, your mom's a guy. Bill, nah, your mom's a guy. Bill, 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 nah, your mom's a guy." Never mind, you were. Someone used for you that's absolutely. You're gonna go make sure my dad sees me.
Standing up from here and then facing that way.
I am Bob. You will respect me. I am Bob. Bob. King Bob. King Bob. Why was he getting this one? You have nothing. Everyone should be on this.
Take it off. You put a sticker on your back. It's on the side of your back. You put the mom sticker on your back. You put the mom. You put mom on your back. Yeah, Marty.
I'm Bob.
Well, I want to invite us to hold up our hands. This is, rather than applause, since it's a service, I invite us to hold up our hands and share our appreciation for our youth choir singing so beautifully this evening. We have the opportunity tonight to celebrate Shabbat as a community, because weeks as they go by can be exhausting. And I talked to a lot of people who said this week was a very, very exhausting week. Just nod your head if this was a long week for you. Yes. Just for the point that I'm going to point out is that there are some kids, but many of the parents are nodding their heads right now. And we need an opportunity to stop, to breathe a little bit. And so doing something different gives us a chance to do that. Sometimes the most important part of resting is just doing something different. And so we take a moment, we come into this space where everything that we might have left at the door will be there when we get back. We can take a deep breath. Let's do that together right now. And just let go of the week. In our community, we know that certain things help us with that, and so singing helps us with that, learning helps us with that, and that's what we're going to do tonight. Tonight, we have the opportunity to learn from, for me, some of my very favorite teachers, which are our young members of our community. Tonight is 3rd through 5th grade Shabbat, and so we're going to get to learn from each of our 3rd and 4th and 5th graders. And we have another thing that we're celebrating tonight as well, and that's another way that we kind of step aside in our world as well. Raise your hand if you have been to summer camp in your life. Oh my gosh, okay, there are some huge summer camp goers. So you can put your hands down. Tonight, we are going to learn a little bit, and we're going to get a little taste also of some of the magic of Jewish summer camp, because just like each and every week, we need an opportunity to stop. Sometimes during the summer, we need an opportunity to kind of be in a different space as well. When we have that opportunity, we get to reflect, and when we reflect, we learn. That's what we do. Tonight is also, and we're going to sing a little bit of a birthday song in a little bit. First Shabbat of every month, we always celebrate the birthday of each of the members of our community for that month, but this particular week, so anybody else, raise your hand if you can tell me whose birthday. This is a difficult question. Whose birthday is it this Shabbat? It's a very special birthday. It's a birthday that we're all celebrating. It's a birthday that's more than 10 years and more than 20 years and more than 30 years. Even more than 40 years. Mr. J, yeah. Whose birthday is this week? Oh, you are, extra points. Please give a high five. Your neighbors, can they give you a high five? Boom, that was extra points right there. Absolutely, it is the birthday of the trees coming up. It's Tu B'Shvat. We have another birthday. I'll give you a hint. It's more than 50. It's more than 60. It's even 101 years. You raise your hand. You tell me. Who's celebrating a birthday this week? The Temple Israel. So, not yet. Hang on. Hold on to your happy birthdays. We are going to sing happy birthday to our own Temple Israel this week. All different ways and different things that we do on Shabbat when we have a chance to stop to celebrate and appreciate the things around us. Another thing that we do on Shabbat is we take a moment to note the sacred moments and life cycle moments in our lives. And so I think it's quite fitting that as we begin our holiday this week, we hold on to a celebration of a member of our community as well. I'm going to get to that in just a moment because I want to mention something about how we begin our holiday each and every week. You'll notice that there are 2 Shabbat candles that are set out, but that there's a third one as well. And that's because we recognize this time in our community as a time that is not normal. It is not a regular time in the community that we share because there are members of our extended community who, thank God, are slowly being brought home. But when we light a third candle on this Shabbat, we are recognizing that there is still work to be done for the members of our community who are in Israel, and for the members of our community and this extended worldwide community who are in the Middle East. We hold in our hearts each and every person who is in harm's way. And when we light this candle, we remind ourselves of the work of bringing light into this world. And it is quite appropriate that I think on Shabbat, when we have an opportunity to look to each other and we do the work of the spiritual self, that we remind ourselves of what that goodness can be. So often when we're faced with tasks and things that are too great for us to see an immediate answer for, then we turn to the work of the Spirit, and it is quite fitting then that we turn to lighting a light and offering a bit of hope and a bit of warmth on this Shabbat as we think about what might bring peace to that particular region of our world and to Israel and to those members of our family who, again, I'm deliberately saying it in this way because of the particular Shabbat that we're in, but that we have members of our community who are not at home. We are calling for them to come home. On each and every Shabbat, as we have the opportunity to think about what the very best of this world can be, we have an opportunity to celebrate good moments in it as well. And so we're celebrating this Shabbat, and we're celebrating a young member of our community who's taking his first steps as an adult. So as we light our Shabbat candles, as we begin our holiday, I'd like to invite Devash and his immediate family up to help us light our Shabbat candles. I'm looking around, and I saw you earlier, Devash. Come on up. Oh, yeah, come on up. Let's bring a little bit of light and celebrate and mark the warmth that we feel by being together as one community this particular Shabbat. And let's celebrate this moment in the life of your family, Devash.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehad likner Shel Shabbat.
All right, as we continue to celebrate this evening, we're going to learn a little bit about the different camps that we're blessed with here in Southern California. We are extremely lucky that we have many different opportunities for Jewish summer camping. And so I'd like to first invite up Dylan Buckley to tell us a little bit about Camp Alonim. Camp Alonim in Simi Valley, Pepper Tree Lane in Simi Valley, California.
Hello, I'm Dylan Buckley, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the camp that I've been going to for probably around 4 years, Camp Alonim. It's a very, very big campus, and my time there was probably one of the best in my life. I've made one of my lifelong friends that I still hang out with to this day, and this camp isn't like any other camp. There's so much things, like including horse riding, rock climbing, swimming, arts and crafts, dancing, singing, and way more stuff. It was an amazing experience, and I'd 100% recommend any of the kids here to try it out for themselves, and I hope they'll make some lifelong friends too.
Shakawa. Thank you, Dylan. All right. I'd like to invite up our 3rd through 5th grades. Come on up. We're going to sing a song all together. All of our 3rd through 5th graders, come on up. And our teachers as well, maybe you can help us out. We're going to sing a prayer together as we celebrate our holiday. Yasher Kalach to our 3rd through 5th graders. We're now going to be led in our next prayer by our 4th grade. So our 3rd and 5th graders, I'll invite you to return to your seats. Our 4th graders are going to lead us in our next prayer, the Baruch Hu, on page 28. Baruch Hu on page 28.
Everybody please rise in body or in spirit.
La
Yasher Koach to our fourth graders. Yasher Koach to Miss Weinfeld for leading our fourth graders. Well done, you guys. All right, you can return to your seats. We're going to be led in our next prayer on page 34 of our prayer books by our third grade with Ms. Martin's class, and Joanna Brown is heading up. Always good to have one of our very own leading up our third graders. Come on up, third grade. And I'm going to invite us to rise again as we continue our prayer service with the words of Shema. Yasher Koach to our third graders. Yasher Koach. We're going to continue our Shema prayer with the words of V'ahavta, but we're going to be led in the V'ahavta by our fifth graders. So I'd like to call up Ms. Redondo's and Ms. Ackerman-Berman's classes, our fifth grade, to lead us in the V'ahavta. The rest of the congregation can please be seated. Well, just as we have been led by our young students in these words given from generation to generation, so too we're going to get to learn a little bit more directly from them as well.
The Ve'ahavta prayer that we just sang tells us when to show our love for God, but doesn't tell us how. Our class had a conversation about what actions can show our love for God. We would like to share those ideas with you now.
For me, I chose making smart choices.
For me, I chose to have patience. I chose to read the Torah, to be a lawful citizen, and to do other good things.
For me, I chose to compromise.
I chose taking care of yourself and being generous.
For me, I chose treating others the way you want to be treated and not hurting other people's feelings.
For me, I chose being responsible and loving others.
For me, I chose asking questions and donating tzedakah.
I chose be a learner. And picking up trash.
I chose to respect yourself and others, including teachers, and doing mitzvot. I chose to be myself and help others.
I chose tikkun olam, or repair the world.
I chose being respectful.
I chose taking care of nature and being compassionate.
I chose showing good sportsmanship and showing gratitude. I chose help building or create religious objects and going to temple.
I chose volunteering.
We have been discussing Jewish values and the role they play in our lives. Here are some Jewish values that are important to each of us. In my life, I prioritize the values life, b'tselem Elohim, and chesed. These values mean having creativity and having kindness.
For me, I value the Jewish value of intention, tikkun olam, and simcha. Ahavat Hagar is important to me because if we are not nice to others, others won't be nice to us. And if nobody was nice to anybody, the world would be sad.
I value tikkun olam because if we don't repair the world, then the world will be filled with trash and hate.
I chose repairing the world, or tikkun olam, inspires me to be a great person.
I value compassion for animals.
Kavod is important to me because I am sympathetic and I put myself in other people's shoes.
I value love for animals in the world.
The Jewish values I would like to see more of in the world are tzedakah, justice, and tikkun olam, repair the world.
Avdua, gratitude, and Havdalah. These values are important to me because I think that they are good values.
For me, I value B'Tselem Elohim because it expresses myself with a new form. Tsar Bali is important to me because nature is wonderful and it keeps us alive.
I value Tikkun Olam because I think the world should be kind.
A mitzvah is helping someone or something. An example is volunteering. You can volunteer at a pet shelter, a homeless shelter, or a food kitchen.
I value Baal Tashit because there's not enough preservation in the world.
Hased is important to me because if there was no hased, or kindness and respect, everybody would be mean and rude to each other, and that's not okay.
I value, I forgot how to pronounce it. I don't have the paper. But because art is important to me because it's fun.
Yasher Koach to our 5th grade. Yasher Koach, let's show our appreciation for not only reminding us of such important values, but teaching us in such a great way. Yasher Koach to our 5th grade. That's what this moment is all about, is having the opportunity to remind ourselves of these important things. And Yasher Koach again to our teachers, Ms. Redondo and Ms. Ackerman-Berman. We are going to continue our service now, getting an opportunity to sing. And actually, this week we read in the Torah the words that we're about to sing together. And so I'd like to invite up, oh, I'm sorry, before we do that, thank you very much, our very own URJ Camp Newman. We're going to hear a little bit about it from Naomi Jacobson. Naomi, come on up. Come on up.
Hello everyone and Shabbat Shalom. My name is Naomi and I'm going to share some reasons why every child and teenager should get to experience the magic of URJ Camp Newman. When I was going into 5th grade, I was given the opportunity to attend a sleepaway camp. I remember sitting outside this temple talking with Sharon about which camp I should go to. In the end, I ended up choosing Camp Newman, which just happened to be the best choice I've ever made. When I arrived at camp for the first time, I immediately forgot any stress and timidness that I was feeling beforehand. Within the first 5 minutes, I felt as if my cabin mates and I had known each other for years. And that's how it's been every time since. Out of the 3 years which I went to Camp Newman, some of my favorite activities include rock climbing, swimming and going on the incredible water slide, doing circus and climbing on the aerial silks, hiking up the mountain which leads to the Star of David at the heart of camp, going to the session overnight, which is basically a night of camping with your age group where you look up to the night sky and wish on shooting stars, along with many other incredible activities. Some of my all-time favorite experiences include playing the game known as Night Fox, which is basically when everyone in your age group tries to sneak inside the hammock circle, where the counselors are, without getting called out by the people with flashlights. I might love this game because of the suspense and thrill that goes into it, or I might like it because I'm the reigning champion. You'll only find out if you go to Camp Newman. Another unforgettable experience, which is a selling point to attending URJ Camp Newman, are the incredible Shabbats in which everyone experiences. You started off by getting all dressed up with your cabin until it's time to head to the outdoor service. At that time, the whole entire camp joins together in order to celebrate the marvelous day of Shabbos. And of course, they keep it short and sweet, with tons of interactive events throughout. One of my favorite parts of the service is when the counselors and CITs hold up their tallits above their campers during the blessings of the children. This is a unique experience that is ever so meaningful to me and it helps campers at Camp Newman realize that at camp, we are all family. Once the service ends, we all head down to the dining hall and enjoy a gorgeous meal. And after that, it's time for the celebration. I don't know about in other areas, but at Camp Newman, Shabbat is no joke. All of the staff and campers go beneath the moon and bright stars and participate in exciting traditional dances, which were taught beforehand. Needless to say, Shabbat at Camp Newman is not something that you want to miss out on. All of these wonderful activities and experiences at Camp Newman are unmatched. But the main reason why everyone should embrace this incredible opportunity to attend Camp Newman is because of the community. It is already incredible enough to be around so many other Jewish people and campers, but it is even more astonishing to be with so many welcoming and friendly people as well. Every time I go to camp, I get to meet hundreds of people from all over the world for the first time. And by the end of each session, I can't imagine my life without them. Every Camp Newman camper I've ever encountered has felt the same, and I've never heard or felt anything negative about camp. Through Camp Newman, I was able to create lifelong friends that have participated in many milestones of my life, such as coming to my bat mitzvah. Everyone deserves the chance to be part of community that brings people together and makes everyone feel like they belong and truly feel at home. This place is Camp Newman. Thank you.
Yesher koach, Naomi. Well, so for those of us who are thinking that that camp sounds awesome, we can, if you want more information, we'll have more information about camp. There are some thoughts about, letting the adults go to camp too. I'm waiting for that. This camp sounds amazing. I would go tomorrow. Let's invite up our fourth grade to lead us in the next prayer we're going to sing together this evening, Micha Mocha, that we actually read in our Torah portion this week. This week is known as Shabbat Shira, because this week we read the actual words of Micha Mocha in the story of the Torah. So fourth grade, come on up. They're going to lead us in our Micha Mocha prayer. For those of us who'd like to follow along in the words in our prayer book, they're on page 40.
Thank you.
Yeshar Koach, fourth grade. I think we're going to learn a little bit more with our fourth graders this evening.
Hi, my name is Phoenix. I'm in 4th grade, and this is my poem about the Michamocha. People of God, hurrying to Israel over the Red Sea, everlasting love. No slavery is acceptable, excited to be free.
Hi, my name is Rafa. This is my acrostic poem of my name. A Red Sea split, all the Israelites left Egypt. Freedom was just a dream, and everyone sang as they crossed the Red Sea to a life of freedom.
Hi, my name is Levi, and I'm doing an acrostic poem of my name. Living Jewishry, loving earth, victorious to have freedom, nice to be free.
Hi, my name is Odette Levy, and this is my poem about the Mihamoha. Mihamoha, Adonai, we are finally free. Mihamoha, Adonai, we are free from slavery. Mihamoha, Adonai, thank you for your deeds.
Hello, my name is Mila, and this is my acrostic poem of my name about the Mihamoha. Miriam sang in the wind, locusts came, always praising God.
Hello, my name is Caleb, and this is my acrostic poem of my name about the Mihamoha. Caring for the Jews, always praising God, love for each other, everlasting freedom, behold our God.
Yasher Koach to our 4th graders. What awesome and beautiful poems and great ways of reminding us of all the beautiful things in our world. Yasher Koach. Say, invite us together to say Yasher Koach. Yasher Koach. Well done, 4th grade. All right. So we have a prayer that needs a little bit of practice. So who knows the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet? Raise your hand. Robert. Excellent. Who knows the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet? Raise your hand. The very last letter.
What are we doing?
Mira.
Shamar?
Tav. Excellent. Okay, when you take Aleph and you take Tav and you put them together, you get et. Another time we'll have a long grammatical lesson about what et is in Hebrew. It doesn't work. There's nothing in English that's like it. And it's not to be confused with a pen either. But in this next prayer, we say et a whole bunch, and I'm going to look to our kids to teach us what we do. Are you all ready for et? All right, on the count of 3, just our youth choir is going to show us what we do when et comes up in this prayer. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, et. Okay, do we all think that we can do this prayer in the way that it must be done on Family Shabbat? Do we think we could do it? All right, here we go. Let's practice all together. On the count of 3, we're going to do an et on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Et. Cantor, I think we're ready. Page 44. little bit of freilich, a little fun on Shabbat. All right, so we're going to hear about CMC, Camp Mountain High, up in the hills of, where are the hills of?
Big Bear.
Big Bear.
Yeah.
The hills of Big Bear.
Big Bear.
Another awesome and amazing camp. So I'd like to invite up Mia Jelinowitz to share a little bit about Camp Mountain High. Come on up, Mia.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I have had some of my best and favorite memories at Camp Mountain High. The camp community is like no other. I have never felt out of place or left out. CMC is like a second home to me. I have made so many lifelong friends. We do so many fun activities at camp. Some of my personal favorites are canoeing, swimming in the pool, arts and crafts, and especially the cooking hug, where we make delicious Israeli food like shakshuka and falafel. Another one of my favorite things at Camp Mountain High is their Shabbat services. They are so meaningful, but also really fun. Camp Mountain High is a fun, welcoming, and beautiful camp. I can't wait to go back for my 4th summer in a row.
Yasher koach Mia. Now I want to go to all the different camps. I don't know if anybody else has like, that one sounds cool, and that one sounds cool. Okay, so we are going to continue our service with the words of the Amidah. We've come to the center of our service. And to lead us, we're actually going to invite up our bar mitzvah, Davash List, to lead us in the words of our tefillah of our Amidah. So Davash, come on up. And for the rest of our congregation, I'd like to invite us to turn to the words on page 46 of our prayer books. Page 46 of our prayer books, please rise in body or in spirit.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Adonai, Sfatai tiftach. Ufi yagid tehilatecha, Adonai, Sfatai tiftach, Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei hakol, Ve'zocher chasdei avot ve'imahot, U'mevii geula livnei v'neihem, Lema'an shemo ve'ahava, Melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah, Rav le'hoshia, Mashiv haruach, U'morid hagashem, Mechalkel hayim b'chesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noblim ve'rovei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishedei afar, Michamocha ba'al yavurot, Umido melach, Melech nevit ישועה, ונאמנת להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום, יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We don't get a lot of opportunities in our lives to just stop, to just have a moment, and I believe that silence can be healing. And so we're going to take a moment of silent prayer, and during that time you can either use words on the pages to follow, pages through page 62 of our prayer books, or you might choose simply to close your eyes and take a moment of silence as we continue our Amidah prayer. When you've completed your prayer, please feel free to be seated.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Always fun to see the sanctuary filled with our 3rd through 5th grade families and beyond. Special thank you to our 3rd through 5th grade teachers, Marion Martin, Carol Weinfeld, Linda Ackerman-Berman, and Sarah Redondo, and filling in for Mrs. Martin while she's on medical leave, Joanna Brown. Thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication to our students. I also want to give a warm welcome to we have some of our 4th and 5th grade adoptive grandparents that are in the room. If you're here and you're one of our adoptive grandparents, can you just wave so we can say hi and say thank you so much? This is a program that starts with in our 4th grade program here at Torah Center, where we invite six senior members of our congregation to come and meet our 4th graders, and then they stay with those same students all the way through 12th grade. My daughter Joanna was in the first 4th grade class that started was in this program many years ago. So thank you so much to our adoptive grandparents for being here, for your commitment to our students, and I hope that it's a wonderful journey ahead for you in the many years to come with our 4th and 5th graders. 3rd graders, next year you'll get to meet your adoptive grandparents, so that's exciting. Going on to camp. First, I want to thank Mia and Naomi and Dylan for sharing their words so beautifully about Camp Alonim, Camp Newman, and Camp Mountain High. We're really so lucky, as Rabbi Fox said at the beginning of our service, to have a lot of amazing camp options in California. On Wednesday, our kids met a lot of representatives from the various camps. And I know that we do have a lot of kids that go to camp here, and we're so proud of all of those kids and those parents for making that choice. There are a lot of kids who don't go to camp yet. And if you're one of those families, we hope that tonight maybe is inspiring you to think about that opportunity for yourself or for your children. It is such a gift to give to your kids. And I'll just say this, they're ready. They can do it. These kids who are going into, 3rd grade, or even younger, going into 2nd, there's even a program going into 2nd. These kids are ready to go away to sleepaway camp. It's a big step, but it is an incredible gift to give to them. So I'd love to speak with you more about that opportunity. Every summer, I'm able to spend 2 weeks at URJ Camp Newman as part of their faculty, and it's a highlight of my summer, highlight of my year, every year. Our kids grew up at Camp Newman, and we're proud to partner with all of the Jewish summer camps. But we have a special connection to URJ Camp Newman because they are part of the Reform movement. And so it's my pleasure this evening to introduce to you the Associate Director of Camp Newman, Jessie Shemut, who's been here before. You might recognize her from previous years. So welcome back, Jessie. We're so glad to have you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Cantor. Thank you, distinguished educator. Thank you, everybody. So my name is Jessie Shemut, and as Sharon said, I am the Associate Director at URJ Camp Newman. So I could get up here, and I could talk about all of our wonderful activities. I could talk about our ropes course, and archery, and circus arts, and clown college, and Shabbat, and all of those things. I think Naomi did it a little bit better than I ever could, so thank you for that. I could also talk about our Women's Weekend, and I could talk about our Food and Wine Weekend for adults. So if I could, you absolutely can go. But, so let's see a show of hands. How many of you do go to some sort of Jewish summer camp? Give a little wave. Wow. I see where you cluster in the room. And how many of you go to URJ Camp Newman? Amazing. To URJ Camp Newman. Wonderful. How many of you are thinking about going to Jewish summer camp? How many of you might be just a little bit nervous? Yeah? Grown-ups, how many of you are a little bit nervous to send your camper away? Yeah, and that's okay. I wonder if instead of just talking through all of the activities and all of that, if I might tell you a little story. Is that okay? Is that okay, Rabbi? Is that okay, Cantor? Okay. All right. I'm going to need some help, though. Do you think that you can stay where you are, could be the character of Nachshon? Say yes. Great. Then I'm going to have all of the rest of you are going to be the Israelites. Okay? So, Rabbi mentioned that this is a very, very special Shabbat. It's Shabbat Shirah tomorrow, and we are celebrating one of the oldest passages in ever. And he mentioned Mi Chamocha, you sang beautifully and snapped, and I had never heard that arrangement, which is very rare to come to a Shabbat service and not have heard that. And so we're going to talk about the story of Nachshon. How many of you have heard of Nachshon? You're like, what? I heard of Moses. I know that guy really well. All right, so set the scene. All of the Israelites, that's all of you, are heading to the Red Sea away from Pharaoh. Can you stomp? Stomp. You're going. You can stomp too. Nachshon was there too. And then you stop. And you had nowhere to go. The Israelites had nowhere to go. Pharaoh's behind him, sea in front. What are you going to do? Say, oh no. Thank you. Nachshon says, don't worry. Thank you. Nachshon stood up. You can stand up. And Nachshon walked in his seat, but really there. He walked all the way to the sea. And the Israelites watched. They watched. And Nachshon took a deep breath. And then the Israelites took a deep breath. And Nachshon waded into the sea. And the water was at his toes. Can you feel it at your toes? And then it was at his ankles and his knees and his hips, up to his shoulders. Finally, it got up to his mouth. And all of the Israelites are watching and watching. And do you think that they were a little bit scared? Probably a lot. But Nachshon had some courage. He had courage to walk in, and he had faith. And he believed that God would take care of them. And as soon as he took those steps into the water and he opened his mouth, what do you think happened?
Sea split.
Oh my gosh, you have heard this story before. Bravo. Excellent religious education. The sea split. Say yay. Yay. And they walked across the sea. Everybody walked across the street. Thank you, Nachshon. Thank you, Nachshon. You can sit. And they made it to the promised land. So just like our friend Nachshon, who was probably a little bit scared and had to show a lot of courage, sometimes thinking about summer camp and being away from home, away from everything we know, and trying something new can be a little bit scary. It's still scary for me, and I'm 4 years old. Sometimes trying new things can be a little bit scary, but they're awesome. And camp is a good reminder of when we try something new, when we get a little bit scared, when we get out of our comfort zone, when we try something that we've never done before that makes us a little bit nervous, awesome things can happen. Awesome things can happen. And you have heard from everybody who spoke tonight about the awesome things that happen at summer camp. So wherever you end up, well, I hope you end up at URJ Camp Newman. Wherever you end up, you're going to have an awesome summer. You're going to do awesome things. And as Sharon said, you're ready. You are ready to step out. You are absolutely ready. Parents, this is the best gift you can give your children. My daughter, her first summer at camp, she was with me, 4 years old, dresses herself, packs her backpack, goes to breakfast, puts her shoes and socks on, ready to go, keeps a time, and that is all because of camp. It can be a little scary. I still get a little nervous. We all do. But it is so awesome. I hope to see some of you at Camp Newman this summer. But wherever you end up, I hope you have an incredible summer of incredible memories. Shabbat Shalom.
Whew. Yasher Koach. Can it be summer now? Can we get to summer now? All right, we're close. We're getting close. All right. It's the first Shabbat of the month. Does everybody know what we do on the first Shabbat of the month, the very first Shabbat of the month? We have youth choir. That's it. That's what we do. That's what we. No. We do another. You're absolutely right. We have it. It's like Tu B'Shvat. We got a lot of bonus answers. Okay. We celebrate birthdays on the very first Shabbat of the month, and so, if your birthday is in the month of April, then in April we'll celebrate your birthday. But if your birthday is in the month of February, raise your hand. Raise your hand if your birthday is in the month of February. Okay. Now, when I point to you, I want to ask you to tell us the day of your birthday. Here we go.
February 24th, and I'm going to be 50.
All right. February 21st, you're going to be 11. Awesome. All the way in the back. We're going to get a chance to celebrate and sing all together. Let's go ahead. February 26th, 48. February 14th. Yeah, David. February 11th, 15. Awesome. All right, raise your hands. Who else? Oh, I'm sorry. Also, if you have an anniversary. If your anniversary or you have a milestone moment in your family. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Anniversary. Nice. What day? What? Won't put you on the spot. We'll come back. Nice. You pass. Great. Yeah, Robert. Anniversary of your bar mitzvah. Right on. Right on. Okay. Others. Yeah, Alma. Exactly 1 year from your bar mitzvah on the 24th. Awesome. And we have another birthday to celebrate this particular Shabbat. A birthday not 5 years or 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Raise your hand if you can tell me what birthday is it. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Yes, excellent. Excellent. I'm very impressed. Okay, yes, and it's the temple's birthday. The temple is, everyone pull up one finger over here and say, oh, and put up another finger over here. It's 101 years old. So let's do a big drum roll, everyone. And here we go. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday. All right. Now, every time we come together, we know that there is something really powerful that happens. There's a strength that comes from us being together. And we have certain needs that come from that strength, and one of them is to help those members of our world and our community who need a little bit of that help, a little bit of strength. And so each and every Shabbat, we take a moment, we stop, and we think about people who are in need. So I want to invite everyone to take a moment and think about a friend or a family member, a relative, who especially needs some love this particular Shabbat. Because when we're going through something difficult in our lives, it's not enough for us to walk through that by ourselves. We need one another. We need community. And we need the strength of each other. And so, in just a moment, we're going to sing the Mishaberach prayer. And I invite you to open up your pamphlet as well. There's the names of people in our community who are in need of healing in this pamphlet. If you see the name of someone that you maybe haven't talked to in a little while, or someone that you know, I invite you to send a text message, offer a phone call. That is a part of the healing that we call for in our prayer tonight. And I'll invite us also to especially turn our minds to those members of our community who have recently come into a place of need. So together we think of Joanne Ferris and Joe Schleich, Shelia Delani, Rick Dressner, and Israel Fergoso. I'd like to invite us, if we're thinking of someone on this Shabbat, it's our custom to invite you to rise. When my eyes meet yours, to share the name of the person that you're thinking of. Inevitably, two of us might share a name at the same time. That's okay. I invite you to share their names as my eyes meet yours.
Ira Myers, Nikki Applebaum.
My brother Joel Berger and Jackie Fritz.
Charlene Leone and Kevin Leone.
Paul Levitt and James Roberts.
Mary Martin and Martine Corin.
Eileen Schimmel.
Let's sing together as one community with the words that are on page 253 of our prayer books, page 253.
Obtain
Continue on page 282. Page 282, please rise in body or in spirit.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Our thoughts now turn to those members of our community who have died in recent days or in this season in years past. Knowing that our lives are made better by the people who have come before us, and there is a bittersweetness to bringing up their memory, we take a moment each and every Shabbat to call up their presence in our lives, knowing that we are blessed even in our loss. So together I invite us to turn our hearts to those members of our community who are observing Shiva, the 7 days after the death of someone near to them. For all of those near to Lou Shumo, our hearts are with Norma and Melissa and Bald Osorio. And all of those near to Barry Levy, so our hearts are with Marlene and Sarah and Seth, Ezra and Pax. Additionally, this Shabbat, we mark the yard site, the anniversary of the death of Mira Berger, Roberta Bernstein, Mazel Tov Barrow, Martin Bleist, Maurice Chodosh, Cheryl Iser, Jacob Epstein, Harold Epstein, Charles Jaffe, Annette Kaiser, Lawrence Lasker, Richard Leff, Nancy Locks, Audrey Miller, Helen Penn, Maurice Polak, Morris Ross, Joseph Ross, Jordan Sherwin, Brenda Schoenbrunn, Jenny Schumo, Judy Senfeld, Toby Scharzer, Thelma Shevik, Alan Singer, Stephen Solomon, Michael Strock, Mary Van Ralt, and Lori Zellick. If you're thinking of someone in particular on this Shabbat, it's our custom to invite you to rise first so that we might recognize you in your grief. For those who choose, I invite you to share the names of those you're thinking of as well. Please do so as my eyes meet yours.
Albert Liss, Lillian Liss, and Rabbi Wally Cantor.
I invite us now to turn to the words on page 294. Page 294, and to rise together, and as one. Yitgadal, Yitgadash Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma Dibarach Hirutei, V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon, V'yomechon, V'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, V'agala Uvizman Kari Vimru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Leolam Omel Maya, Yitbarach, V'yishabach, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal Shemei Dekudisha Barichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiran be'elma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim alinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom b'mramav, hu ya'asei shalom, alinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, amen. Zichronam libracha. May the memories of those who have come before us continue each and every day to bring their love to us, and may those memories always be a source of blessing. I invite us together to say, Amen. Please be seated. We have a lot going on at Temple Israel on any week, and this week as well, and so I'd like to invite up a member of our board of directors, John Gotts, to tell us a little bit about the goings-on at Temple Israel.
Wow. First of all, let me just say, this is an amazing, now I can really see you again, amazing group of people in the sanctuary tonight. It's an honor to be here representing the board of directors. So this week, we have two sponsors for tonight's pre-Shabbat Oneg, and we'd like to thank both Seth and Julie Liss, who are sponsoring it in honor of their son Devash's bar mitzvah, and thank you to Jay Iser and his family, who sponsored in memory of their beloved Cheryl Iser. Tomorrow morning, Rabbi is going to be leading our Torah study here in the Alban Hall, and it's going to be offered both in person and on Zoom. We also have tomorrow morning, of course, the bar mitzvah of Devash Liss, and Mazel Tov, and congratulations. And I'm sure that your family is going to really enjoy the day tomorrow. You're invited this Sunday, February 9th at 10 o'clock for our Joys of Jewish Learning class. It's the Modern Jewish Heroes, led by congregant Rabbi Michal Loving. For those who already have basic knowledge in Hebrew, this Tuesday, February 11th at 7 o'clock, our JJL, Joys of Jewish Learning Intermediate Hebrew class begins, taught by our own Janet Liss. This Wednesday is Tu B'Shvat. Join us for the Seder in celebration of the holiday, 7 p.m. with Rabbi Fox. I gotta believe that you need to RSVP for that. So please feel free to call the office and reserve for that. We also want to remind everybody that this year's Belmont Heights Community Make a Difference Day is going to be on Sunday, March the 2nd. There's many projects for all ages, so everybody in the room should be able to participate. But make sure you sign up at the website so that the project you would like to participate in doesn't fill up. Many classes, programs each that meet weekly, so please be sure to look at the calendar on the website. Temple Israel and the rest of the Long Beach community is encouraging our families who want to make financial donations to contribute to the Jewish Federation of Los Angeles's Wildfire Relief Fund. Information is in the programs that we all received tonight and will be in our weekly emails. We're also, you'll find in the program tonight, Temple Israel as a community can continue to express its support for Israel and the Israeli people in the aftermath of the October 7th attack. We're also encouraging donations to the Israel Parasport Center. You'll find further information and the link and QR code showing where and how to donate for tonight's program. If you have any questions regarding any of this, please feel free to call the office. And I'd be remiss in my position on the board if I didn't say, all you parents, Start getting your babysitters lined up, because April 4th, we're having a Shul House Rock, and we like to see all of you there. It'll be fun. It's going to be an exciting evening, and get your dancing shoes on. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
It's going to be a fun gala. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, John. All right, so for our concluding prayer, I'd like to invite us to please rise, stand up. And if you are kind of by yourself in a row, go ahead and find yourself near to another person in a row. And this is an old camp thing. Go ahead and everyone take your right arm and lift it up. Right arm and lift it up and place it on the shoulders of the person next to you. Take your other arm, lift that one up. Place it on the shoulders of the person next to you there. If you're by yourself, go ahead and find yourself near someone. Let's sing together. Oh, say shalom.
You guys just hold your music. I want you to hold your music. You guys just hold your music. Sing the real right. What?
I say in time, only a matter of time. I say in time there will be peace. We'll find a way to live together someday. We'll find a way to live in peace. Oh, say shalom. Say shalom aleichem. So take my hand, help this world understand. So take my hand, show them the way. I'll sing this song, and others will sing along. Come sing this song with me today. As together we pray, I'll say shalom. I say in time, only a matter of time.
Yasher Koach to our youth choir, to our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. Yasher Koach to our speakers, all of our camp speakers. Thank you to everyone. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.